All right, welcome back to Just Enough Garage. Today, can we take the 14 cans of Candy Pink that was the #1 choice and get enough to cover this entire Willys? Okay, so as part of the prep, I actually listened to the internet, just like you guys are listening to me on the internet, and I got a comment about using self-etching primer and getting rid of this white off of this aluminum. I don't know if you can see there. I've sanded it, but I haven't finished sanding it. I spent the entire week goofing around down on the west coast of Washington, out in the ocean. I think Mary will throw in some clips, or she'll put it at the end. Either way, we drove like 100 miles probably on the beaches down there. I mean, it was fabulous. Had a great time. But the wheelies, nothing happened to it while I was gone. So on the way home from the trip yesterday, I got all this stuff at the Home Depot, okay? And this guy in the Home Depot says, this is what you want. This will take care of that to get it down. So I bought 1 can. He says it does pretty well. I'm probably going to put on some gloves first, John. Anyways, I need to read the instructions, and it's really tiny.
It probably says do not shake.
It probably says do not use on aluminum. Let's read it. It says directions. Oh, wear chemical-resistant gloves and chemical splash goggles. Shake well. I got that one done. Shake well. Hold can upright. 12 to 14 inches. Use a back and forth motion. Apply generously, but even coat over remove area 3 by 3 foot because health safety risks will intense. Oh, more than that, you're going to die. Anyways, allow time for remover. Do not rush the job. Test a small area. Scrape with normal scraping tools, blah, blah. Let's put up our sun cover so it doesn't dry out too quick.
So we can melt the plastic of that.
And as you saw in the opener, yeah, our paint came, 14 cans of pink paint. I'm essentially ready on the front, except for all the areas I'm not ready. Like up here, I need to do some work, you know, but that's just some sanding up here.
I just kicked the windshield out.
We're trying to make a good job for the job we're making. And some of this body work turned out all right. I kind of pretended I was a little bit of a hack, but I have had some success in the past with other vehicles, but it has literally been 20 years since I painted a car. Shoot, I probably painted 4 or 5 cars, and they all kind of turned out the same way. I've never done the rattle can. It's always been the whoosh. I spend hundreds of dollars on the product, and I feel frustrated because it always orange peels, and I do it in the sun, and I know my flaws. So today I'm just going the cheap rate. I don't know what the pink paint costs, $6 a can. This stuff here was like $80. So probably for $300, a guy could paint a vehicle this style, this way of doing it. And that's okay, because you can see the pink did real nice on this fiberglass. On the hood, it's not so perfect. But again, keep in mind that Mrs. Just Enough Garage is going to layer this. She's going to do some other stuff with it. And it is a turd, and we are literally going to polish it. I mean, I don't even have the doors working yet. I don't have the interior finished yet.
I thought the driver's door did work.
That one does. So this has been a $3,000 investment to this point, probably. Purchase, title, making it run, new glass that I purchased, the whole thing. So it's very possible for somebody to have a very nice rig for a couple of grand. I mean, that's cheaper than a Volkswagen Jetta, you know? I mean, that's a good deal, I think. But you got to do a lot of work, and we're in that work part. So let's put the camera on hold, John. Let's put up our sun tent so that it doesn't get the metal too hot, and let's see what we can do. So maybe like 4 minutes ago, I've sprayed like a section here. You can see it starting to bubble up, peel up, come off.
You can see the color difference too.
I'll be honest, I only read half the instructions, okay? But basically the gist of it was you could take this and...
You're supposed to use a scraper like your, well, a scraper, you know?
Like a wire brush?
Like a razor knife thing.
All right, stand by. I'm gonna go get a scraper. So in that brief moment when John read the instructions and I went and fetched this plastic wheel, He says, don't rush the job. So now we know 4 minutes was a start. And it did some of the area. I was worried about it drying out, but because it said light coats.
It says use a lot of it.
Oh no, it didn't say use a lot of it.
It says use a generous amount.
I did that. Watch, I'll demonstrate. Because you were goofing around when I was working.
I was doing things you asked me while you were doing things. It also says 12 to 14 inches.
Yeah, it was all blown onto that, and I didn't want that blown on that.
Yeah, minor details.
Yeah, I know.
Almost like I guess you're supposed to have a paint booth when you're doing paint stuff.
What the hell is a paint booth?
I don't know.
What's it do to rubber?
It says that you can use it on plastic and wood. So, probably nothing? I don't know.
All right, there's a generous amount. So really, I'm not overly concerned about the roof because my plan is just to paint it and throw ladders on top and like never look at it again. But we should do the sides real nice and the back. So that's basically 3 sides. Yeah, a smart person would have like, you know,
3 sides.
Yeah.
You got a front of the truck too.
Like I say, a smart person would have painted that when it was in pieces, but
Hey, you can smash out the windshield with the lift again.
it was raining and I didn't want to do it then. So, okay, so I guess we'll leave that doing that, John. And then we're starting to mask a few of the things. I don't really want to start the operation of painting half of it and stripping half of it. It just seems like that would be conclusive to, you know, that would be inconsiderate to the one part I'm trying to save. So I don't know what we're doing.
I don't either.
Oh well, fake it till you make it. Speaking of faking it till you're making it, thanks for getting us over 1,000 subscribers. What that does in the YouTube world is it's helped a little channel like us become more visible. So these projects we've always been working on. I mean, John, how many projects have you seen me have over the last 21 years of your life?
I don't know. I didn't count.
More than a few.
More than I can count.
Yeah, more than a few. I've always been dinking with this stuff, and unfortunately, they all kind of turn out the same way, or fortunately, they're consistent. I look at these projects a little bit like, I've said it before, like a shelter for animals. I'll get the animal, I'll nourish the animal, I'll get it back to going, and then it's like, okay, time for your new home. So this one wouldn't be available, and neither would that red one. But sometimes my projects, I do sell them. The 53 Ford was one of those I sold. So anyways, there's things going on that if a person's interested, just contact us by email. You know, like I say, it's just my life. You guys are invited to participate where you can. So now that we've let that do it, you can start to see, John, it's already starting to bubble there, and there, and there, and like all these places I sprayed that stuff. So I got a wire on a brush for the drill. I would use that, except for I'm afraid it's going to throw it over here because I'm kind of like ready on this side. So maybe we should get a tarp and put it over this part of the body, and then we can work on this part of the body.
No, I say just go for it.
We put the tents up to try to keep the sun off the metal because we're trying to keep it consistent. This is like everything wrong with what we're doing. So it's like, is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse?
Is it going to be consistent?
I don't know. It's better than doing it in the rain. So
Who
anyways,
knows?
We'll scrape that off in a few minutes.
Mm.
Look how well that's done.
Oh, wow.
Let's see what initial. This is going to be the new pressure washing of the internet. You know, everybody puts a pressure washing video on there.
They already do this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's videos of like oil filters and stuff.
So
they
this
do it
is
too.
like, I've not come up with a new idea.
No, you have not.
So the Just Enough Garage is not like
Well, we did that.
had a satisfaction video. Is that what they call those? Satisfying videos or something?
Yeah.
Well, I still think it's going to be nice. You film real close and we'll impress the people. Ooh.
Oh, look at that. We still rushed it.
John, it's layers. There's some kind of green primer that was under it.
Oh, you're telling me this is like an onion?
Yeah. It's like cooking frozen bacon. You got to cook the outside and then turn it over and then...
I was making a movie quote.
What's that? Cooking frozen bacon?
No. It's like an onion.
Yeah, we know what you did.
Yeah.
I'm an original thinker.
Sure you
See,
are.
everybody's cooked frozen bacon, and they're like, oh man, you gotta just keep cooking it until it thaws and cooks.
Nah, just microwave the bacon.
Ruins
Thaw
it.
it out.
Ruins it. Ruins it.
Sure.
See, that's my original patent idea there, but putting the trash can under it.
I'm sure people have thought of that too.
Nah, nobody. Genius.
Sure.
It doesn't even stink. That's a good product. That guy wasn't kidding. He goes, oh, it doesn't matter what you're stripping. That'll take it off.
And it seems to have done part of its job.
Well,
We haven't given it a real chance, but you know,
what are you talking about, a real chance?
you're supposed to let it sit and don't rush.
I let it sit for 5 minutes. It doesn't say how long. Okay, John. Okay. You start a timer right now. Here we go. This is the Johnny way right here. This is Johnny's spot. This is your door. You tell me when you want it off. There you go, Johnny. Okay, now we're going to leave that on there until you say, come take it off, Dad. I like that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if it's an hour, 4 hours, it's your fault. Whether it's good or successful, you own it. You are the winner of this. You're the master of your own domain. Meanwhile, I'm going to still struggle over here because I was impatient. You know what I've done? So I made it significantly uglier.
Yeah. Now, if this were steel, you could leave it out in the rain and then it'd be rusty.
It's not steel.
I said if this were steel.
It's not. That's like saying if you were rich when you're poor. Saying you're smart when you're not. I think somebody used caulk in there.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder if it'll take caulk out.
Well, we'll find out now, won't we?
So this would be the first step to polishing this, if we were those type of people. Alright, let me go get my... I don't know about that. Some weird green, probably some sort of etching primer they put on it originally, huh?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like 40 seconds. Is your door ready, John?
Oh, you're trying to rush it still.
All joking aside, there's probably seriously. See, I told you I didn't. That went right over there, and I said we should put that tarp up, and then.
And then you didn't want to put the tarp
I said I
up.
don't want to put the tarp up because I have water on it, and then it would go on the body. I'm hoping to paint that today. And well, it'll be all right when we wipe it down. I'll just stand here to human shield it. Wonder why car restorers always start with taking the body somewhere and having it sandblasted or dipped. Wonder why they do that. Curious.
Make it easy on themselves.
Curious. Why would anybody want to do that when they could have this as an option? turned out that's no good. I'll have to get a new one. I don't know. Somehow I think that must have hit it. It's like
somehow.
It's like they just don't hold up. I guess I was foolish to think I could paint this today. I just started a 2-week process.
Minimum.
Can I be a quitter at this point?
You totally can.
I mean,
there's only 1,000 people now watching.
They'll never know. But this is pretty smooth since I sanded all this by hand a while back. Maybe I could just take the primer and go over it. I mean, what could go wrong? I don't know. I mean, I agree the right way is probably to...
This is probably going to end up how your, they did it to your truck.
What?
To your truck.
What? Yeah, let's not talk about my Power Stroke. It's been 2 weeks. I've had it at a shop. Lord help me, I'll have to mortgage my house to get it back. All right, this is the battle of the young versus the old. Johnny, how long has that been on there?
I don't know, 20 minutes.
Okay, you said it, 20 minutes. I was giving this like 5, 10. So 20 minutes.
Yeah, you still got paint.
Yeah, I just gave it another coat. So now we'll see what the young buck knows, because I said, oh, well, there you go, John. And he's like, you didn't spray it right.
It needs even coats. I'm going to do a section up here.
Yeah, well, I think we're screwing it up, because now we're obligated to take it all the way down to metal everywhere.
I'll just get a wire brush on your grinder when we give up with this stuff.
So I think we could have painted over it and done our job. I know I'm sounding like I don't care, because guess what? So maybe we'll do the other side, the driver's side, the side that you see, not stripped, and this side stripped, and see what it looks like.
Oh, so if we make the other side worse, he'll look over at the passenger side and go, what happened?
Different guys. So it's about the same 20 minutes or 10 minutes. The difference is I'm wearing these gloves, and my hands are sweaty because of it.
Difference is I'm not getting it on my hands.
No, it pretty much dries out. It only causes cancer in California, John.
Oh, good.
We don't live in California. We're okay.
You never know. This might turn into California 2.0. Or, like, you know, extend the borders.
You think so?
At some point, maybe.
I like the way it's coming off of there, though.
Yeah.
It's just whatever that green primer is has been the bugger. The paint doesn't really...
Yeah, the paint comes off just fine.
So I did a Willys wagon one time years ago, and I sanded on that and sanded on that and got all the old paint off, and it was the primer they were using, the oxide primer. Man, that was good stuff. It didn't come off for shoot nothing. So I painted over it, and it turned out just fine, because you know why? Because it was primer that was under there from the Willys. I think they dipped their bodies back then in that.
That purple Jeep that was supposed to be red?
Yeah, that's the one. And it turned out just fine, and I traded it for a quad.
Do you still have the quad?
No, I sold that for money. Well, I'd say it's about the same. It's just a time-consuming process.
That's just how this works, yeah.
Anyways, on a side note, I'm working on the other side of the vehicle. Ooh, look, mine's doing good now. I'm working on the other side of the vehicle with the body work I've got done before the sun gets over here. And I'm painting this quarter panel, this fender, this part of the hood. You can still see this first coat. Took a whole can to do that, and you still see a little bit of the gray stripes in it. So we'll let that kick for a while. I got half the hood, this part, so that'd be 1 can, 2 can, 3 can, 4 can, probably do the cab, and then 10 more to do this. I think that's about right. If not, I just go buy some more. It's just pink paint, come on. Anyways, it's turning out okay. Like I say, it needs another coat. But it's good from far, but far from good. That's what we're going for. And I think in the future, if I was to do pink, I would get rid of this gray and do a white primer or something underneath of it. But that's okay. That's what I had. That's what I did. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That's where I'm at in life. We'll get back to you as we've destroyed more of the body work. So while we're trying to be productive at the same time as stripping this, I painted myself into a corner, John. Literally painted myself into a corner. Because now we've used the one can of we had, and we've destroyed this. So this is going to require some sanding and some scraping, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the etching primer over and just do my best. And the internet could tell me I'm wrong, and I'll be like, I know, but I'm done. So to do that, I was talking about this gray primer. So in between while we're doing that, I'm over here trying to give this a one coat to get the gray primer to like something. Then I can do the whole thing and try to make it all even Steven. So that's what it looks like with one coat. You can still see the gray coming through. Come over to this side. I think we've got 2 coats on this now.
On parts of it for sure.
And it's starting to look okay. But I still think you can see a little gray in there.
Well, when you get to the shiny part, it looks nice.
So maybe 14 cans ain't enough. Because I've used 3 and I'm on my 4th one. And I've done this like one coat.
Yeah, well, when you get down to like 3 cans, just order more.
Maybe there's a reason nobody uses $6 a can Rust-Oleum to paint a whole Jeep. I mean, I'm sure there are people that are, you know. We always see on the internet people go, well, I went to Tractor Supply and got, well, that's great if you want red, black, yellow, green. But this is custom, man. So I don't know, we'll see how far we can get. I don't know, I was thinking maybe this would be cute to have some of this white too, like if this was white down below and pink up above, or you know, paint it pink and the doors white. I look like an ice cream truck for sure then. I don't know, anyways.
You paint the bottom part pink and then you paint the top part white like it's a canopy.
So I'll tell you right now, I am not good at this. This is one of the things I'm not good at. Because I want to rush it all the time, and because I guess it's because of laziness, right? Lazy people always want to figure out a quicker way to get something done. We call it efficiency as lazy people, but really we just want it done, so we rush through it, and then we're not satisfied with the result. So you say, well, you got to take your time. Well, I can't take my time. That's my problem. So I don't know if anybody else faces that decision in their life.
Yeah. Well, with not taking the time, you end up doing it 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. It's just going to be time consuming. And you know, I start to see all the flaws. And this is a part of the problem too. This is where you're at in your project. You start to see the flaws and you just want to quit. Most people will not see your flaws. Most will, but most people will not see your flaws. They will just look at it and go, wow, that's pretty cool. Because they don't have anything better or different or unique. You know, and you take a bold stance when you do something like this. You know,
oh, you're getting ready to lean on that door.
I'm gonna lean on that door. Don't you lean on my door.
Hey, it ain't my door. I just don't think you want to get your shirt ruined.
This is my painting clothes, John. I got ripped up shorts, got old shoes with holes in the toes, and this shirt I've been around for a while. I'll tell you, there's something relaxing about painting this. Because it's not a big stress, because it's just rattle cans. You just come back and do a section, do a section, do a section. Like I was just sitting
Painting
down.
the windows.
Yeah, well, up here I was like, I got to do a little body work. And I'm like, all right, well, tomorrow this will be dry, because it dries in, 12 minutes? Fast drying.
Yeah, some of it you can already touch. I won't try.
Indoor or outdoor, so you can paint this inside or outside. But anyways, yeah, once you get it kind of set, well, it's easy to touch up. There's some advantages, but it's pretty easy to make a run in it, or at least for me. I'm pretty good at making runs. Not too bad right now, but
there's a couple. But of course, you know, that's everybody.
This is like used car stuff. All right, story time with Darian.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so can you see me, or is it too sunny?
Well, you're in the shade, so it's...
Yeah. So in 1913, my grandfather was born, my dad's dad. Okay. He told me a story in the 80s when I was a young man learning to drive a car and stuff. We'd go places, do things like you do with your grandparents. And he told me a story one time when he was working in a hayfield in Idaho in 20s, 30s, I don't know. Okay. And he had a car out there, and I don't remember what Pierce Arrow he might have said. I don't know. And he got a can of black paint, and he was painting the hood. You know, he's painting the hood, painting the hood, painting the hood, painting the hood. And then he told me this was his excuse for a run. He said, when I was out haying in the field, the wind picked up, and it wrinkled my paint, and it was a big run in it. I'm like, really? You didn't put too much on? He goes, no, he's painting it with a brush in a hayfield. So as the generations have progressed, I am painting a Jeep in the backyard with spray, but you get the idea. How could you even paint anything in a hayfield with all the dust and stuff? Anyways.
Yeah, the wind's the reason you're having runs.
Yeah, that was his story. He goes, yeah, I painted her black with a brush. But that's the way people used to do it. Technology's gotten better. You know, we could have done this with a brush, I'm sure. That tractor paint probably would have been, okay. Anyways, I'll get back to destroying this Jeep. And shoot, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think today we're going to try to just paint this front half pink, John. And then, well, wire's ready. And then I'm going to have to sand that because I don't want to do any more chemical on it. Because this would have painted okay. I mean, it would have matched. But a stripping it is great if I strip the whole thing. And I just didn't want to invest.
I did all right on my part.
I just didn't want to invest another $150 in stripper and still have to come back and, you know, sand all this.
I wouldn't recommend touching it, but you can do what you want.
I'm already done having kids. I don't care about birth defects if that goes into my...
I think it was more of that it'd eat your skin. You
are my last birth defect, John. So we're good to go. Anyways, I'll go. See, now look when you shine down, you can see all the dents and spots. You know, that's the good thing about a shiny paint.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the camera doesn't pick it up, so it's fine. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, you can see a little crease in the door. But then I move this and he goes, oh, wait, maybe it was that shiny.
No, you can see the crease in the door.
You don't get paint on that phone camera now.
I'll do what I want. It's not my camera.
Mary already got the lens full of sparks. I'm trying to like, I'm going to be right here when you're grinding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Normally when that happens, I just get the face full of sparks and the camera misses them.
So on the other side, we taped up this, and I removed it on this side. A lot easier to paint if you remove that stuff, John.
Yeah. I just leave it off. Let the hood fly up.
Yeah. That bird catcher there.
Smash right through the windshield when you put the new one in.
I'm kind of being down on myself right now because, like, I see in the flaws. Like, I see the flaws all the time. That's kind of what...
Again, in like a year or two, when this still exists, you're going to be like, I don't see any of these.
No, but I'm just saying at the end, it looks 1,000 times better than what it did when it was all multicolored and rust. Remember how ugly it was when we brought it home? I mean, this is a lot better for it.
Covered in algae, pine needles.
Didn't run.
Rusting through spots.
Was going to get scrapped if I didn't go fetch it.
Uh-huh.
Now look at her.
Now look at it.
Now look at it. This is Cinderella right here, buddy.
Well, we're not currently using mice and pumpkins.
Might as well be. Use this stuff on the farm. All right, let's just get back with the people when we get more of it done. They're not interested in our banter.
Sure.
All right, good morning. With the traffic noise, we're driving south to Astoria. So, Fort Columbia State Park and that tunnel. We're going to go up there and take a look at the fort. I've seen it before, of course. The fort was built in the 1800s and the road was built in the 50s. And they literally tunneled it right under the fort. It's pretty neat. We're going to go check it out. All right, you get the driving tour because it's quite a large fort. These are the barracks. That's the other side over there is Oregon. This is at the mouth of the Columbia River. I'm gonna turn around here and show you the other side because I can only film one half at a time. There's a big long bridge that crosses. I don't know if this will zoom enough. Anyways, it's probably horrible filming. So this was a 1792. This fort was started. Obviously, these houses are newer than that. By 1896, it was essentially used partly, and then it was used till the end of World War II for West Coast naval gun, Mouth Columbia River stuff. So the guns are gone, but this is one of the gun placements. This concrete structure. They have these all over Washington. Actually, there's quite a few of them. On the turret right there, you see there'll be one on the left and one on the right. The guns are removed, but anyways, the powder room would down be below, and those elevators brought it up. And then the observation would be there in the center, and he'd select where to fire to. Well, I see one that's still in place. We'll go for a walk in a few minutes. All right, let me put you guys on standby and go walk up to the other one. So this would be one of those observations, completely obscured now with the weeds. And we'll take a little walk here. Yeah, if you haven't seen on the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, they have a bunch of these from back in the day. This is where they would have kept the, here you go, here's a sign, the batteries. And then to the gun. And then down in front of us, there's another battery. So these would be stacked on the hill, several in a row. I bet it was loud in here. Set up on a turret, of course. Anyways, what I was saying is, then at some time, when the road came through, they just went ahead and tunneled underneath one part of it where all the houses were. It's where the tunnel is, the barracks. So if you ever get a chance to come up this way, it's just a few minutes north of Astoria. There's another gun. Stairs, you could probably spend a whole day wandering around. But there would have been big guns here in these places. They would have rose up, fired, and went back down. That was the way they were concealing them. Anyways, let's get on with our trip. Astoria. That's a heck of a bridge, isn't it? Mary will have to look up when it was built. I don't know. Anyways, we'll get back to our vacation and we'll show you some more if we see something interesting. Pacific Ocean. Jetty. Columbia River. Washington to the north. Come on. You got yourself over there.